is the Doublet Special Master.
Live and direct.
Breakfast with CubCamTV.
Trickstar Radio.
Yes then, people, just gone 24 minutes past 7 here on Trickstar Radio, which means we are back inside the building, and it is time for us to jump into our daily Euros roundup. 4 games yesterday, 4 thrillers as well by the looks of things. We saw Spain take a 5-0 away win in Slovakia, with Sweden also clinching a last-minute, 93rd minute we're talking here, 3-2 victory against Poland. Lewandowski with 2 of those goals, Forsberg with 2 for Sweden, and Klaassen scoring on the 93rd. Germany just scraped through with an 84th minute equaliser from Goretzka, putting Hungary out of the tournament and breaking a fair few hearts. I was surprised it actually went down to that, but fair play to Hungary. They were a bit of a surprise in this tournament and most certainly put up a fight in that ridiculous group that also included Portugal and France, which also finished on 2-2. Benzema with a penalty and a goal on the 47th minute. Pogba was absolutely magnificent, and 2 penalties from Cristiano Ronaldo. So we're going to look quickly at the clubs which have now qualified. So France, Italy, Germany, England, Netherlands, Belgium, Portugal, Croatia, Spain, Sweden, Ukraine, Czech Republic, Switzerland, Austria, Wales, and Denmark have all officially qualified for the next round of the European Championships 2020. Is it still 2020 or is it 2021? I've forgotten what they've started calling it at this point because it's just all over the place. But we are going to see the next round of fixtures. So on Saturday, Wales go up against Denmark, Italy go up against Austria. On the Sunday, you've got Netherlands versus the Czech Republic and Belgium versus Portugal, which is going to be spicy. On Monday, you've got Croatia versus Spain and France versus Switzerland. And then on Tuesday, England versus Germany and Sweden versus Ukraine. But right about now, there's something I do want to dive into and have a bit of a discussion on, because I was looking around yesterday and, I'm looking at it, and in my honest opinion, the guy who we're about to talk about does not get the sort of overarching credit and the respect that I feel he deserves. I am, of course, talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, and obviously he is widely regarded as one of the best players of all time. He is widely regarded as the 1 and 2 with him and Messi is always going to be like the biggest thing in football. I get it. I get that. But I've done a bit of digging on the amount of records, trophies, and just general accolades this man has achieved during his footballing career, and it is absolutely ridiculous. 2 penalties last night pushed him to 5 goals, and he now leads the way in the Golden Boot. He didn't offer much else in the game, but again, that shows what he has become as a player. He has become a goal machine. He was scoring a lot of goals when he was younger, but he's realised his physicality and his the sort of things that would get him goals earlier in his career have slowly disappeared, as they do with age. You've got to remember, he's in his late 30s at this point, and he's still leading the way at the European Championships. It's absolutely incredible when you look at it. Obviously, over the years, though, he has adapted to, his play to become more of a sort of more of a poacher, more of someone who hangs around in the box and just puts the ball in the back of the net, regardless of the build-up play. And that's perfectly fine. That's what you're supposed to do the older you get as a striker. But last night saw him become both the top European scoring player in major international competitions. So 13 in the Euros, 7 in the World Cups. That was never even discussed at the start of the tournament that he'd be in that conversation. But 5 goals this tournament has very much put him in that conversation. He has also equalled Ali Dial's international goal scoring record, which means he could become the all-time leading international goal scorer in the next fixture of the tournament. That could happen. We could be witnessing that record finally being broken. And it's incredible. Obviously, he's leading the way on 5 goals in 3 games. That's not even being discussed, the fact that he scored 5 goals in 3 games. And for me, that just shows he's a victim of his own success. He has normalised ridiculous levels of goal scoring. He's normalised it. And when you see Ronaldo scoring 5 goals in 3 games, even on an international level, in the hardest group in the tournament, he scored 5 and people are going, yeah, but he didn't play well. Like, what's going on? He scored 5. It doesn't matter how they go in. He's finished also as the Serie A player, the top scoring player in Serie A this season, despite the other failings of Juventus. And I've just wanted to kind of look around here. I'm going to run through the trophies this guy has won, just to put some respect on the guy's name. So he's won FIFA's Best Men's Player, 5 Ballon d'Ors, 3 UEFA Best Men's Player in Europe, 5 Champions League, which is the joint second most Champions League wins for a player. Only Francesco Gento of Real Madrid sits ahead on 6. He's won 3 Premier Leagues, 1 FA Cup, 2 League Cups, 2 Spanish League titles, 2 Spanish Super Cups, 2 Spanish Cups as well, 2 Italian League titles, 1 Italian Cup winner, 2 Italian Super Cups, 4 Club World Cups with United and Real Madrid, 1 UEFA Nations League, 3 UEFA Super Cups, 1 Portuguese Super Cup, and 2 English Charity Shields. So to adapt to 4 different leagues, 3 of which are top 5 leagues in the world, is absolutely incredible. And the consistency that this guy's done it with over the course of his entire career, in my eyes, it's simply mind-blowing. He was a little bit slow to come into the Premier League, maybe. Took him about a season and a half to kind of adapt his game and become used to, I suppose, the physicality of the Premier League. I remember he used to get kind of battered a fair bit in the first season he was with us, and went down probably a little bit too easily. But since then, he's just become a phenomenon, in my honest opinion. And the fact that he's been able to adapt that style of play to 4 different leagues as he's got older says a ton about him as a person and just his, I don't even want to say ability, the work rate and the understanding of the game is through the roof. So just running through a couple of other accolades he's currently got. He currently holds Manchester United's most league goals in a 38-game season, with 31, and that was in 2007. So we're talking, this is over 14 years ago he broke that record, and it's yet to be broken. He is also the only player to win Golden Boots in 3 major European leagues. You've got Suarez and Van Nistelrooy, who have both scored, have both won Golden Boots in 3 countries, but you can't compare the Dutch league, where they both got their first Golden Boot, to the big European 5, in my honest opinion. Not anymore, and not at the time that they were playing. So yeah, he's the only person to win Golden Boots in 3 different European leagues. So he hasn't just gone to different European leagues, he has dominated different European leagues. It's absolutely incredible. On the subject of Europe again, he is also the Champions League's top ever goal scorer with 135. He also shares the most Champions League goals in one season award with Falcao on 17 Champions League goals in one season. Anyway, as we mentioned earlier, he is now the top scoring European player on the international stage with 20 across the Euros and World Cups. He's now level with Ali Dial on 109 international goals. And when you look at the pot of players that are in this top selection, essentially the top 12 international goal scorers, apart from Pele of Brazil and Puskas of Hungary, all play for teams where the competition they're facing isn't that fierce. He's also gained this achievement, Ronaldo I'm talking about here, with not the best Portugal team around him. A solid block of that was when he had Nani and Quaresma as his 2 supporting wingers. So just think about that. There was a good 6 to 8 year period where that's what he was working with, and they were still winning trophies, down to the guy's determination. Like, I cannot praise Ronaldo enough for his just the level and commitment to achievement. The fact he's played 3 games in this tournament and broken an international record every game is all you need to say. And to be honest, I'm tired of the comparisons with Messi. They're different players. On a technical level and on ability level, there is no doubt Messi is the superior player. That's not even a conversation for me. The fact of the matter is, Cristiano Ronaldo is the most effective goal scorer of all time. I don't think there's a conversation to be had. He is the top scoring professional football player, men's player anyway, of all time as it stands, and that was the thing before this tournament happened. So the fact that's not even being discussed as well is absolutely ridiculous. He beat the record of 762, I believe it is, of Josef Bican and Pele earlier in the season, and it was almost brushed aside as though it was a normality. But anyway, I just think if I'm being entirely honest, I think we do not put enough respect on Ronaldo's name and the fact that he is one of the most record-breaking players of all time. And I think, hopefully, once he does eventually retire, which I don't think will be for a while, if I'm honest with you, he will get that respect put on his name that he does actually deserve. But moving forward, let's get into some new Dakota 6. This one, Surrender, off her brand new EP. Following that, we've got some Future Utopia, so keep it locked.
This is Breakfast with Kxvu, bringing you their morning flavors on Trickstar Radio.
Trickstar Radio.